Okay. I guess we're doing this then. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If this is the first time you see my face, hi, my name is Kelly, and if it's not, hi bestie, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year, by the way. It's been a minute since I posted. I know I think the last time I posted was like 3 months ago, and that was like my second episode of my visual diary. Welcome to the new year. Speaking of new year, and the reason for this video, obviously, one of my new year goals actually is to read a lot of books this year. I want to read a lot of books this year. I don't know if I should disclose the amount I was shooting for, but just know I want to read a lot of books this year, and obviously more genres and not just the romance books that I'm used to. On that note, I decided to start off the year strong, and I picked up a few books earlier this month, and these are the books I'm going to be showing you before we get into like the main thing of today's video, which will be a reading vlog. I'm going to hold myself accountable to actually finish this book that I've been putting off for a while. So without further ado, let's get into the books that I got this month. So the first book I got, or the first book I read this month of January was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. When I was looking for books that I wanted to put on my TBR list, which is like my to be read list for 2023, I got a lot of good reviews about this book. Personally, I felt like I was in a very bad reading slump, and it would take a very good book to bring me out of that reading slump, and thankfully this book did the job. Holly Jackson ate and left no crumbs. She left no crumbs for you guys, and I'm like, don't even play, because this book was such a page turner that the first day I picked it up, I couldn't put it down. 5 out of 5 stars, 10 over 10 recommend. If you're in a reading slump and you don't want to read anything romance related, definitely pick up this book, because it's a good thriller, and it's very, 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 very good if you're in a reading slump and you need something fast-paced, something very interesting to get you out of that slump. So 10 out of 10 recommend. And then the next book, which I haven't actually had the opportunity to read yet, is The Cellar by Natasha Preston. I don't know why I decided to buy this book, to be honest. I kind of just saw it, how when you buy one book and then they recommend another one. That was how I got this book. So I don't really know much about it, but I know that it's kind of like a mystery, dark kind of storyline. I'm really excited to get into it because I've seen some reviews about it, and some people say it's kind of interesting, so I can't wait to read this. And then the next book, which I haven't heard a bad thing about this book until today that I've bought the book. I haven't seen any bad reviews about this book, which is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins. Taylor Jenkins Reid. And I heard so many good things about this book. I heard it's also good for getting you out of your reading slump. I haven't had the opportunity to read it yet, but I'm really hoping it's as good as everyone says it is. I'm really excited for that. I had to get myself one Colin Hoover book. What is a reading list without Colin Hoover books, right? I had to get myself Ugly Love by Colin Hoover. I don't really know what Ugly Love is about, but I know it's a romance book, first of all, and I think it's spicy too, so there is that. I've been reading this book for almost a week now. I dropped it for 2 days in between, and then I picked it back up on I think Sunday or Friday, don't really remember, and I'm almost done. So I'm really excited to finish this book, which is Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I just feel like it started off great, but at some point it became so slow that it was hard for me to pick up the book again, and I was like, bro. And it's thick. Can you see how thick this book is? It's so thick. If I'm ever going to finish a book this thick, it has to be extremely interesting. It has to be a page turner to the max. And it is, in a way. It's just at some point it got slow. There were just so many unnecessary chapters and scenes that were happening, and I was just like, can we get to the twist? Can we get to the problem? Can we just climax and resolve this? And I feel like, even though there's that, I feel like overall it's a great book. I can't wait to see what happens at the end. I'm in love with all the characters in this book. And the last book, which is the next book I'm going to be reading after I finish this in the reading vlog, The Last Thing He Told Me About Laura Dave. I think this is also like a thriller mystery kind of book too, but I know it's centered around family. Not really sure what the storyline is exactly, but I know, well, I can't remember. Of course I know what the storyline is, I just can't remember what it is right now. And I've heard so many good reviews about this one too. Now that I'm done talking about these books, let's actually go and finish reading this one that I've been putting off for ages. So it's currently like 1 p.m, like almost 1:20, and I want to start reading Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. If I can do this, like, I don't know if I can actually do this, because I think I'm going crazy. Don't trust men. That's the moral of this story. Don't trust. Whatever you do, put your trust in God. Don't put your trust in men, because men will fail you, period. I'm going to continue reading. The guy is just annoying. Like I said from the beginning, I don't do strings. Like, what does that even freaking mean? Like, and Naomi is she's such an amazing person. It's not like she's just one of those girls. She's like literally everything. Like, what is wrong with men? What did he even say? Because you can't trust yourself with her. Like, what does that even freaking mean? You know she would never hurt you. I'm so angry. So far, I think I had to change out of my shirts because I was cooking and I spilled stew all around my body, so I had to change my shirt. But anyway, so far I think this book may just end exactly how I want it to end.
Few moments later.
Finally finished Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. As you guys saw, the last clip in this video was me bawling my eyes out because the ending in this book was just so fulfilling and realistic that it made me cry. So we thank Lucy Score for that one. I really enjoyed this book. It was a very good like romance. Like, I liked every little romantic scene in this book. I'm glad I finished it because it really took me a long time to get through this, but I'm glad we're done. And the next book that I started reading for this vlog was The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave, which I picked up like yesterday. I read on my way to school and while I was in school as well. And I'm like 70 pages in. This book is like a 300-page book, so it's not going to take me a whole like week like this one, but it's definitely going to take me a few days. So I don't know if I'm going to complete reading it this like evening, because it's like 4 o'clock, but I'm going to be able to like get into the book tonight. So I will come back and give you guys an update when I get to like the story. The story is not there yet. It's not where I want it to be, where I can come and be like, but yeah, like when I get into it, I'll definitely come and give you guys an update. So yeah. Good morning, guys. It's the next day, and I wanted to come and update you guys before I went to school. I was on page 70 yesterday, and I did read like a bit. I shouldn't say a bit, because I read like more than twice actually. I'm on page 152, and like I'm halfway into the story now. And I don't know if I told you guys like more about the story. It's about this woman who her husband goes missing, and the feds show up at her door, and then she finds out that her husband's company has been raided for fraud. They've arrested the owner, and he's missing now, and everyone's looking for him because they think he's the missing puzzle to unraveling whatever was going on at the company. So she's dealing with her daughter, her stepdaughter actually, who's proving difficult to get on her side, and also she's dealing with the fact that she feels like her husband isn't who she thought he was. I think I like thrillers now. Crazy, right? But anyway, I just thought to come and update you guys about where I am in the book so far. You'll be getting an update from me tomorrow, and by then I should have finished reading the book. So yeah. Hey guys, good morning. It's day 3 of reading The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave, and so far like I don't have any intriguing updates to share. I wanted to record my reaction to reading the last like 20-25 pages, because so far, after part 3 of the book started, I think I recorded when I started reading part 3, I was expecting that I would see something intriguing, like maybe like a plot twist or something really crazy. And so far, like I haven't seen anything crazy since the beginning of part 3. And like the last plot twist I saw, which was like a shocker to me, was probably in like part 2. And that wasn't even like a major plot twist. It was just like a minor detail that made the story even more interesting in a way. So it's not really like anything crazy. It's just that minor detail. And I'm hoping that in this last 20 pages, like I will find something that will drive me crazy, because that's what I'm looking for. Is that too much to ask? Anyway, I'm going to continue reading. I'm on page 271, and yeah, we'll see. Currently on my last 10 pages. I'm still waiting for that crazy reveal. Can you tell I'm waiting for that crazy reveal? Because I'm just like, this book didn't make me feel any kind of emotions at all so far, and I'm just like, I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, last 10 pages, I can't wait to finish this book, because I really want to know how it ends. So yeah. Wait, that is it. Truthfully, that was shocking, but not as shocking as I wanted it to be. I still felt some kind of emotions throughout this book now that I'm thinking about it. it's not as crazy as the first thriller that I read, which was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And to be honest, while I was reading that book, it's 5 stars for a reason. I enjoyed the last thing he told me. It was a fun read. It still kept me reading, but it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. So, but it was an interesting, fun read. I'm going to rate this book a 3.5 stars. And so yeah, we've come to the end of today's video. If you watched this far, I am so happy that you did, and you got to see my reaction to these books in this video. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know what book I'm going to be reading next, or what kind of book video I'm going to be doing next, but you'll definitely see one from me sooner than you think because I'm like obsessed with reading books now. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.